Okay, Gemini, hello my friends. Welcome to your July 2023 tarot reading. Channeled messages from Spirit for July 2023. So we have your overall energy. We've got stride into a dreamt future with graceful purpose, and we've got a shift in perspective. And I think that's a good call, isn't it? You know, to strive forward on a dreamt future often takes a change of perspective, doesn't it? We have additional messages with service and innovation, and we have the 4-week breakdown with the tarot, 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. Don't be alarmed with these swords. I feel that they actually explain a journey very, very well. So I'm going to start with your overall energy. We have stride into a dreamt future with graceful purpose, and the affirmation is, my soul is at ease and love fills my heart. So Gemini, there's this sense that that's the energy that would be beneficial, wise, if you could embrace this month. And I love it. She's got kind of a party skirt on and she's striding forward. And, you know, she's taking a chance. She's holding on to cards. You know, I feel like there's this sense of keep your poker face, even if you're freaking out. It's that, thank you, Spirit. It's that feel the fear and do it anyway. There's this bold energy in this card. And there's this energy of being seen, being heard, being acknowledged. And I feel there's this sense, you know, she looks very flamboyant. You know, if you saw this person walking down the street, you would notice her. And I'm not saying step out and be noticed any way you can. That's not at all the energy, Gemini. It is the energy that even if you're not trying to, people will notice this energy in you. They'll notice this boldness. They'll notice this, there's this sense of confidence, and you know, there's just this air about you, Gemini, this month. My soul is at ease and love fills my heart. You know, when your soul is at ease, Gemini, it kind of means that you're listening to it. You're following it, you're acknowledging it, you're allowing it to express itself. You know, when we squash our soul and think, oh God, I'm not listening to that, that's just too out there or whatever, it then tries to get our attention, and then it sits back and watches, and then it tries to get our attention, and it's not at ease. Well, our soul is at ease always, but we're not at ease. There's almost like we feel like we're always missing the boat, or we feel like we're missing the point, or we feel like, well, that worked out fairly good. Why am I just like, nah? It's that meh kind of feeling. This is stride. I'm really seeing, you know, this is one foot and this is her other foot. She's taking big strides, and I feel there's going to be this sense, Gemini, that you're feeling like you're moving forward in leaps and bounds. That's really how I'm feeling, leaps and bounds. I feel this card is saying, don't limit yourself, my friends, or that this month you won't be limiting yourself. This month, something catches your attention that you are striding towards. And with this Three of Swords here, I'm really feeling this energy of out with the old, in with the new. I'm done. And this can be people, jobs, places. It can be, you know, things in your life. But this can also be you. I'm tired of playing small. I'm tired of hiding what I want or my talents or my dreams. I'm tired of being what others want me to be. It's that kind of energy, Gemini. And it brings you to a shift in perspective. Now this card says, a shift in perspective. I see things with clarity and embrace positive change. So this is not changing things because you're bored. This is not change just for the sake of change. This is not change because you've had a hissy fit and you're just done. No. This is change that has come about because you have changed. This is change that has come about because circumstances have changed. Your view, your understanding of things has changed. And you can no longer contain yourself. You can no longer stay where you were. You need to move. You need, like, I'm just seeing this as this handout going, okay, I'm going for new things. And these roots, you know, I feel this is grounded. This is solid energy, even though you will be striding towards, the card says, a dreamt future, like a dream, a goal, a new purpose, a new calling. You know, it's not tangible yet. This is not tangible energy. This is just a calling. This is just need to be free. And a need to be free to be who you are, or it can literally be a need to be free in situations of your life. And this shift of perspective gives you clarity. And it's that clarity that allows you to strive forward and change things. And it says embrace positive change. Change things for the better. And when I mean for the better, I don't mean that what wasn't at one point great. It was for who you were then. But it's not a match for who you are now. And I feel you're going to see, you're going to feel, you're going to sense, you're going to recognize that. And I feel that impacts your life. I'm going to come down to the tarot. So there is something in your life, Gemini, that is no longer working for you. For the you have become, for the you are now. There is something that, to continue down this road, you'd definitely not be following your heart. To continue down this road causes you pain, because this is not embracing this energy. It no longer allows you to be you, authentic you, Gemini. And this journey takes more from you than it gives. It actually, this journey can no longer give you anything, because this journey is not for you anymore. And this journey, all our journeys that we start at one point were were exciting, were great. And then as we progress along the journey, we change and we evolve and we grow and we get new ideas and we get new perspectives, and we suddenly realize, do you know what? Gosh, this thing doesn't make me happy anymore. This thing it doesn't resonate anymore. And this Three of Swords, Gemini, shows me that you've already been in this too long. You've already had the call, the idea, the notion to walk away. It wouldn't surprise me, Gemini, if you do this in July. I really feel that July is going to be such a pivoting point for you in a big way. But I just feel that you can just no longer stay as you were. I just got, some of you might be hiding a truth about yourself that you need to bring out. And some of you, this is a situation in life that you need to change. Some of you, this is a part of you that is different now, that has changed, that you need to acknowledge. It'll play out differently for all of you because this is a general reading, so take those messages where they resonate, my friends. But there is something, this is significant, Gemini. You've got the Ace of Wands, and with the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, and this is what is really making me feel, and this striding into a dreamt future. These cards are really telling me, Gemini, that it's going to happen in July. You take that step in July. And this thing that no longer resonates with you goes in July. And for some of you, right at the very end. And the reason why I think it goes is because you've got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a gift from the universe. So this is, your wands is your soul. It's your calling. It's your purpose. It's what fires you up, what gets you out of bed in the morning, what you're passionate about. And the Ace of Wands is a gift from the universe in alignment with that. And it's going to come in around the second week of July. And I feel that's what has you kind of going, you know what? I don't want this anymore. I want this. I want this. This is my dreamt future. If I stay here, I don't get it. The Ace of Wands, like I said, is a gift from the universe. Now, the aces are beautiful. The aces are magical. The aces are those opportunities, those serendipitous moments, those chances that come our way. But they are null and void if we don't grab it and do something with it. This is a gift from the universe that we need to go, right, oh, I can see potential in that. I'm going to take it, as the Page of Wands does, and I'm going to see, okay, how can I make this happen? And because the Ace of Wands is followed by the Page of Wands, not only does it show me that you really want this, Gemini, but it shows me that you're going to take it. I'm not saying that you know what to do with it yet. I'm not saying that this striding into a dreamt future is a clean path, because it's a dreamt future. So it's in your mind, it's in your imagination, it's in your goals and dreams. And that's why the page is here, because it's showing that you're striving towards your goals and your dreams, your calling, your purpose, but you haven't quite figured out how to do that. So it's showing me, Gemini, that you're basically turning your back on this. You're saying no to this and yes to this. You're taking a chance. You're changing your life. You're allowing yourself to be who you are now. You're allowing your perspective to shift from what was to what is possible. What held you back to what propels you to your future. What is no longer aligned with you and what is perfectly aligned with you. Now the Page of Wands are depicted as the young person because they don't yet know how they're going to do this. How do I do this? How do I get to this next stage? How do I make something happen with this gift? There's planning. There might be learning or studies required. You might need people to help you, and therefore you need to connect with those people. The page shows that we don't have everything we need in order to move forward. But do you know what? Spirit's saying that that's not the important thing of July. The importance of July is not knowing all the way forward. The importance of July is moving away from what no longer serves you towards a new dream. Something that has caught your eye about yourself. Something that is true to you now. And I love this Ten of Wands here, because Gemini, that's the ending completely of this. There's no coming back from this. You know, this is you walking out, not leaving the door ajar, closing the door completely. And this is required in order for you to move forward. Now, like I said earlier, this can be an aspect of yourself. It can be an area of your life. But it's big. It's not going to be easy, Gemini. You know, it's going to be painful and it's going to be difficult and people will be hurt. But in order for the day to dawn, the night needs to have fallen. You know, if the sun was always up, it's very difficult to tell when it's a new day. It's because night falls and then we get the sun rising in the morning and the sun comes back that we can see, oh yeah, it's a new day. There's something dawning on you. It's this shift in perspective. And you know, once you see something, once you understand something, you can't unsee it. You can pretend. You can try. But it doesn't make it not there. It's still there. You are just pretending to yourself. you're trying to trick yourself, but you know, and that knowing doesn't go away. And I think that's where you are, Gemini. I think, you know, this has been there for a while, and it's just been there so you could see it, and once you saw it you couldn't unsee it, and that's why it's here right now, because you see it. You see it, you feel it, you know it to be true. And you know, sometimes it takes a while. I mean, it can take years. This could be 3 years. It takes a while. A spirit just said for some of you, it's been going on for a long time. But in the last 3 months, you're getting to the point that it's getting harder and harder to live with. So this pretending to yourself that you haven't changed, that you can keep doing what you're doing, you're getting to the point where you literally can't anymore. And Spirit is going to bring you another nugget, a nugget of gold, another perspective, insight, opportunity, and you know it's yours. You know it leads you on a new path, and that's why the ending is going to be difficult, but it is, what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? It is inevitable. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Inevitable. This is inevitable. Whether you do it this month or in 6 months' time or next July, my friends, it's inevitable. And then you've got service. And the card says, you have a distinctive way of serving others. How you give love and compassion is your wondrous service to humanity. You don't need to help everyone, nor do you need recognition or validation to find fulfillment and value in service. Acknowledge yourself today for all you give. Do you know, Gemini, this is a little message from Spirit to say, yes, people are going to be hurt. You will feel hurt in this as well by having to hurt others, because when we instigate change, we often feel responsible. Spirit's saying here that you have a distinctive way of serving others. Now, what if leaving them, or what if doing whatever you need to do in order to move away from what's no longer resonating with you, what if that is the way, the distinctive way that you were serving others? Acknowledge yourself today for all you give. And I feel, Gemini, that Spirit is saying to you, acknowledge yourself is how you give to others. When we play the martyr, the victim, we're not empowered, and we don't empower others. We don't give the best version of ourselves to others. So staying in a relationship that doesn't resonate, you're not empowered and they're not empowered. In fact, you're saying to that person, I love you so little that I am prepared to stay with you without feeling, without love, rather than let you go and enable both of us to live and find love. This can be the same thing for a job, a place, friends, yourself, Gemini. When you don't acknowledge yourself, when you don't acknowledge your authentic self and all aspects of yourself, you are telling that part of you, I don't care that much about you. I'm not even willing to acknowledge that you're there. I'm not going to rock the boat, so you have to go along with it. That's not being empowered, and that's certainly not being of service. Not being of service to you and not being of service to another. And we finish the reading with innovation. This new age we're living in requires conscious innovation and altruistic upheaval on all levels. You are being called to be inventive, to create fresh ways to flourish both personally and as part of your community. Again, Gemini, there's this sense here of doing the different, not staying in the status quo. Or staying in the status quo. To enable you and those around you to flourish, you are being called to be innovative. So that means you're not being called to do what you've always done. You're not being called to be where you've always been. You are being called to move forward, Gemini. And yes, that has its disappointments, that has its endings. Thank you, Spirit. That has its endings. But if nothing ever ended, nothing new would ever grow, nothing new would ever flourish. We would never invent new things. Our world wouldn't change and evolve. We wouldn't. And that's a tragedy. Not the endings. The endings are not a tragedy. Having no new beginnings is the tragedy. And I think that's where Spirit is really calling you, Gemini. Really calling you to embrace this new you and to have that reflect out into your world. You see this already. You see what needs to end already, my friends. Spirit's going to come in with more assistance. But the ending is inevitable. I'm sending you so much love, light and blessings, Gemini, for you this month. I'm going to leave those messages there. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.